Mike Calvo, truly a cooking inspiration. At least I'm pretty inspired, let me tell you. And when you try this, you will be as well. The black steak seasoning. This stuff right here is awesome. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion, all the usuals. But then you've got shiitake mushroom. That's interesting. It gives it this awesome earthy kind of flavor. It even has applewood smoke in it. Now, how they get the smoke in this powder, I don't know, but man, it's dead on. And believe it or not, that's all I'm gonna use on this piece of meat today. Well, of course, we're gonna use our olive oil as a binder, so let's get started. First, we're gonna take our olive oil. And I like to, be generous with the olive oil. Now, the olive oil is simply a binder. What does a binder do? A binder does just that. It binds stuff. It binds this seasoning to the meat. Now, some people like it, some people don't. I mean, we could get into all the mechanics of it, but in this particular case, I like it, and you rub it in with your hands. I didn't really trim this piece of meat too much because you really don't need to. I mean, you may want to do like this little piece right here, this little piece over here that I'm just gonna take my knife, cut it off to here. Once the blind guy cut his fingers, right? There we go. Okay. And that's about it. I mean, it's a, oh, wait, we got a little more. Oh, look at that. No, we don't want that, do we now? There we go. All right, and we want to make sure we get it into all the nooks and crannies and make sure that it's thick. Man, you want to talk about a true cooking inspiration? Here is the chuck roast done with the black steak seasoning from the Spice Land. Amazing. We are using my Masterbuilt 1050 gravity smoker. Love this thing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to intersperse some pecan in with the charcoal. What we do too is down here we have a little place where we put where our ashes are kept. So what I like to do is I like to put a couple of pieces of wood down here in the ash as well. Why would you do that, you might ask? Because you get more smoke. As the hot little pieces of coal drop into there with the ash, you also get more smoke. And now we're going to top off charcoal here. So what I'm doing now is I'm bringing up my Masterbuilt app. And this is going to be about a 5-hour cook. We are going to start at 250. We're going to cook it for about an hour and a half. Then we're going to flip it. And then we're going to cook it for about another hour and a half. And then we're going to put it in a pan. And we're going to let it simmer for the rest of the time. And it will be break apart. You can break it apart with a fork and just eat it and put it on a sandwich or eat it. It's just going to be amazing. Now, I do not believe necessarily that if you're going to start something, if you're going to start a charcoal grill, you need to necessarily use those expensive starters. I use this right here, paper towel, and I use this right here, torch. A blind man with fire, be careful. But anyway, I digress. So here we go. Let's get to starting this puppy up. So this is a gravity smoker. I love this thing. I just got it a while back, and it is an amazing piece of equipment because it brings you the taste of basically cooking with charcoal, but the ease of something like a pellet grill. Now, this is what I'm doing. I'm putting in, as you can see, I'm putting in this napkin or the paper towel that has been soaked with oil. And then I'm going to bring this in here and I'm going to light it up. And then Ooh, that's a fire. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to put the chuck roast on a rack. I love using racks because they're good for blind people. They're good for everybody, but they're really good for blind people because basically I can control the one piece of meat by picking it up from the edges and moving it around the pit. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. It has settled really well. Look at the colors on that. Not that I can see them, but you can. Now it's time to check the temperature. How in the world does a blind person do that? Well, we use a talking thermometer, of course. Brought to you by the friendly folks at Thermalworks.
155.1 degrees Fahrenheit. 155.1 degrees Fahrenheit.
So, now it's time to take the black steak seasoned chuck roast out of the smoker, put it in this foil pan right here. We're gonna also add some beef broth to it. We're gonna then cover it with foil and put it back on the pit for about another 2 hours. Then it's time to eat. The broth actually acts as a braising liquid. Okay, cover it with foil. Now we're going to push this puppy right back on the pit. It's time for the real test now. Wow. It's freaking awesome, man. I love it.